Respect, not your genuine love. Respect, pay us. You appreciate time to the genuine ones only. You ever had to reevaluate your thought process and say to yourself, I love myself? Like, nah, I really love myself. Like, without wearing a mask, like, I'm so tuned into myself, these tools that God installed within me. Self-awareness, self-respect, self-healing, self-control, self-discipline, self-care, self-value, self-worth, self-patience, self-peace, self-love, self-confidence, healthy boundaries. And you really tuned into yourself. Days that you couldn't tune into yourself the way you tune into yourself today. Like when you reflect back on your past at the end of the day, you say, you know what? Thank you, God, for being patient with me. And you mean what you say, and you say what you mean, that you're true to yourself. Because the enemy tried to allow you to believe to give up on yourself, but you didn't. The enemy allows you to believe to live in fear and be discouraged, but God allows you to see at the end of the day it's a better way out. It's a better plan out. It's a better way to show up for yourself in a healthy way without having that toxic energy stored within you for you to genuinely heal. Mean what you say and say what you mean, to stay true to yourself and respect yourself, to respect your neighbor without malicious intentions. It's like anybody else, the thought process, You just want to elevate and become your best self vision. Those days where you just wanted to become your best self vision of yourself. Those days where you screamed and cried for peace, to be at peace with yourself, to, you know, allow yourself to be able to sleep good at night without having to be in fear of yourself, or of not being able to show up for yourself, or how you was going to be able to show up for yourself, days when you couldn't see for yourself. And God guides you. God allows you to walk by faith, not by sight, because God never left your side. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, God was always there. It's certain things that God didn't install for you within your journey for you to show for yourself today. But God saw all those private conversations that people was having amongst themselves when it came to your name at the end of the day. And God said, nah, not no more. I can't allow you to go through this any more than what you've been going through at the end of the day. Dealing with toxic people trying to psych out your thought process, learning your freedom in your pockets at the end of the day. I'm not going to allow you to go through that anymore. When you say what you mean, when you say what you mean and mean what you say and stay true to yourself, that you genuinely want to start your healing process and mean it without wearing a mask, because you tuned into God and God is tuned into you. And when y'all tuned into each other, y'all not wearing a mask, because when you tune into God, you can't wear a mask when you tune into God, and God is not wearing a mask when God is tuned into you. And I say that respectfully. When you are the miracle within yourself to become your best self version of yourself, when you reflect and understand the assignment within the assignment, that God got your back, and God means God got your back. When God allows you to stand in front of that mirror today and look at your reflection of yourself, and you genuinely mean what you say and say what you mean, that you're true to yourself, like, hey, I love myself today. I love myself even more than I did yesterday. I'm so tuned into myself. And they don't understand why you're so tuned into yourself. Within the assignment. They like you've been through trauma. You've been sexually assaulted as a child. You've been through domestic violence. You've been through all this abandonment issues from a child point of view going into your adulthood. How you standing tall? How you standing before yourself? When the enemy try to take you out. When the enemy try to take you out of your freedom, so you won't show up for yourself. They try to say your thought alone on your pockets. The enemy didn't want to see you win. The enemy did not want to see you become your best self vision of yourself. The enemy didn't want to see that. But you override it. You overrided it. You don't look like what you've been through. And as you look at your reflection in your mirror, yourself, you're saying to yourself is, thank you, God, for being patient with me. Thank you, God. When they was having pointless conversations about me, saying I was retarded, stupid, slow, I was unworthy of myself, or I'm going to use this person today because I don't like them. I'm going to disrespect this person because I feel like it. God saw all those private conversations that they was having amongst themselves, amongst each other, to disrespecting you. And you was a genuine kind one to them. And when God said, I'm closing this door for a reason, God said this door is closed for a reason. To better days ahead. And I'm going to show you what better days ahead look like. When you're able to see your glow within your glow. And you genuinely mean your glow. When you wake up in the morning, you're glowing within glowing. And you still elevating, you still glowing. And you so tuned into yourself without wearing a mask. You could genuinely mean what you say and say what you mean, to stay true to yourself, that you love yourself. You genuinely have peace with yourself, to respect yourself. It's not meant for somebody to understand your walk of life or your journey at the end of the day, because God had a plan for you, and God understood the assignment within the assignment, because your steps was already ordered before you least expected. So when you smile today and they can't understand why you smiling, why you at peace with yourself and how you overcame what you overcame at the end of the day, it's not meant for your neighbor to understand. You're tuned in with God, that's why. So tell your neighbor, hey, it's not meant for you to understand why I'm smiling, what I'm smiling within, I'm smiling. Why I'm smiling because I'm showing up for myself today. But God got my back, and I'm so much of a firm believer that I was the days I couldn't see for myself to become my best self vision of myself, and I just became my best self vision of myself today. So when they can't get in tune to why you at peace with yourself, it's none of their business. Neighbor, stay in your lane. It's the mindset for me, how they try to psych out your thought process, allow you to believe you're unworthy of yourself, or because they're miserable at the end of the day. But that sounds real personal, neighbor. I don't have malicious intentions to bring harm towards myself or others around me, let alone you at the end of the day. I'm just trying to be at peace with myself, to respect myself, to stay in my lane, to elevate, to become my best self vision of myself. Oh, that's what you don't want me to do. You don't want me to elevate faster than you. But that sounds like a personal problem because God got a plan for me today. When you reevaluate your thought process, say to yourself, God got a plan for me today. So I can show up for myself to elevate and not allow your mindset to allow me to stop me from showing up for myself to becoming my best self vision of myself. Because regardless, at the end of the day, what's planned for me, what God got in store with me, within me, can nobody take it away. As you look at your reflection in the mirror and say to yourself is, I love myself, 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 I love myself. It don't matter who's part of my journey or not at this point in time. Because when God removes certain people out of your life, it's for a reason, not just for a season. Because when that toxic door got closed, it got closed for a reason. So when God understood the assignment within the assignment, God's going to send genuine people into your life that's going to respect you and honor you for who you truly are without malicious intentions, like your thought process on your freedom. You know, when God replaces the toxic people, God replaces the toxic people for the healthy people. The healthy people that's on your high vibrational level. You know, genuine people that's going to respect you. Genuine people that's going to love you for who you truly are. And they mean what they say and they say what they mean. And they don't have controlling issues. They really want to respect you. And it's not a one-sided conversation. It's a two-way street. Because y'all meeting each other equally. When real people come into your life, when you least expect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's not the same. But when you know, you know. Because God got your back. And God heard you when you was having your private conversation within your private conversation of yourself. You walk by faith, not by sight. You became a believer within yourself because you believed in God. And God believed in you. And you believed in the God within you. Because God allowed you to see another day for a reason. And God was patient with you. So you understood the assignment within the assignment to be patient with yourself. I truly appreciate your time to the genuine ones only. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. Angels to be treated with respect 365 days with no malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself and others around you. It's called respect, and it's a two-way street. If it's a one-sided situation, you got to walk it alone. I say that respectfully. Never allow the enemy or hate in disguise or a person with malicious intentions psych you out your thought process along your freedom. Because you are worthy and you matter. God did not install within us for us to live in fear or be discouraged or to give up. God installed patience within us. When it starts with healing, it starts with you. You got to be true to yourself. Regardless to what trauma you've been through in your life, you got to mean what you say and stay true to yourself without wearing a mask. With change comes growth. With growth comes true understanding of self. Just because you see your neighbor elevating, becoming a best self vision of themselves, you could do it too. But you can't wear a mask, and you can't have one foot in one door, one foot in the other door. It would never make sense. But when you start, it starts with you within. It's never their time when it comes to healing, because it's not easy when it starts with healing. And never allow the enemy or haters God to allow you to believe it will be an overnight process, because it will never be an overnight process when it comes to healing. But dealing with trauma is not easy. But you got this because God allowed you to see another day for a reason, and God is patient with you. So protect your energy, because not everybody's ever your time. I so appreciate your time to the genuine ones only. I said what I said. To the genuine ones only. Have a safe day. Have a safe week. Protect your energy, because not everybody's over your time. They will sit here and try to psych out your thought process and your freedom in your pockets and act like they're so in tune with God, and the whole time they trying to gaslight you, psych out your thought process on your freedom and try to bring harm towards you and your family. Protect your energy, because not everybody's over your time. I truly appreciate your time to the genuine ones only. Have a safe week. Now you genuine love, respect. Love yourself with God's protection in every direction. Thank you for your time.